What up, YouTube? Epic Bongzilla here, and I've got some new content for you today. What I call this is how to scale Kriegs melee perfectly for OP8. If you're running a melee Krieg and you hate Silence the Voices, you know that his melee is not powerful enough in OP8. And what I've done is I found a way to scale it up literally perfectly. Against normal enemies and mobbing, it feels strong, but then when you get up against like a badass instructor or an ultimate loader, shit like that, the only way you're gonna deal large amounts of damage is by throwing them in their face or by meleeing them in the face or in the crit spots, for that matter, is really what I'm trying to say. But basically, this requires a glitch to do it, and it's going to require you to use up 3 of your equip slots. If you look at my build now, you can get an idea of how I build my Krieg. I do not use the sickle class. I've never used it. I've never needed it. I think the class I'm using is way more superior, and that's just my opinion. I really don't care. I mean, people can say what they want. Obviously, this holds its own enough. So, basically, I'll show you the gear you need, and I'll just kind of like make this skill tree look a little larger. Basically, this is a melee Bloodsplosion build, and it works insanely well. I mean, just as good as Krieg works back when he first came out, so keep that in mind as well. And if you didn't notice, I have a different class mod that only boosts 2 skills. I think these skills balance out to a Silence the Voices Krieg without the scaling trick, so what you see here is you get the melee damage, and it's pretty high. Not to mention, my shield's down most of the time, so you get like a total of 154%. And then these salt stacks, which the way I have this set up, it is insanely easy to get 20 stacks, making you get a massive melee bonus. So you really don't need this, and you don't need that 12% to hit yourself in the face, which everybody hates. Like I said, this kind of revolves around a glitch, though the build itself can hold its own. You'll definitely need a Hide of Terra or the Love Thumper, though everyone knows the Love Thumper hurts your teammates. I use a level 10 Crossfire for Bloodsplosion purposes, a Sheriff's Badge to get increased projectile and throw speed on the buzz axes. And then this is the class I use. It's a Rage Meat. Mine is actually level 52 because I do not like immense health regen for this build. It messes up the release the beast factor. And then the only weapon you'll really be using that you see equipped is the Herald. All 3 of these are part of the glitch. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to merge all these weapons into the Herald. So first we'll do the Grog. Grog merge. Basically what this does is it allows you to vampire health while you're in Release the Beast. And it also allows you to get the chance to throw Buzz Axe Grog clusters, which are really fun, but they're not overpowered because it's randomized. Not to mention, go try killing Saturn with this build, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a fast kill. That's how much this is scaled perfectly. So now what's going on is I have a total of 200, 400, 450% melee bonus damage. This is perfect. Basically what I'm going to do is demonstrate by running through DigiPeak. Obviously I'm not going to do the whole run through because that would just take too long. But you'll get to see how it works on regular enemies, tanky enemies, all that noise. So, without anything left to say, it's been Epic Bongzilla, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay. And actually lied, I do have something to say before I dip out. I just want to give a shout out to one of my latest subscribers. I didn't know how to say the second part of his name, but he's Matthew K. He's been throwing me a lot of support, and I appreciate it. And I hope he hears the shout out, and I hope it means something. Because when you fucking do shit like that for me, it makes me want to make more videos. So, like I said, now let's get to the gameplay. So we start off right away with a tanky enemy. And there you might have seen that Grog Buzz extra, which is pretty sick. Like I said before, perfectly scaled melee. As you saw there, Scorch was pretty tanky, and I was still able to kill him, and it just brought a little more fun to it. And like I said, this really just eliminates the use, or the need to use this skill in particular, which I just hate. It drives me nuts. So, like usual, it's been Epic Bongzilla. Peace.